Hey, TJ. Brenda's here. All right, Brenda. Hey, TJ. So I guess I'm pretty much set to go. We'll see how many people join us. I just came back and edited a ship video. So it's on my YouTube channel, but I haven't posted it to my other places yet. I will do that shortly as soon as I get somebody on here that I can shuffle back and forth. Mad Props, hello. Good morning. East Coast Thrills, good morning. Good morning. Here comes my buddy.
Hello.
Comes Mr. Joe.
Waiting to find out if I got a baby. Nobody's talking to me.
Really?
I'm starting to hate Mondays and Tuesdays because I'm sitting here and I don't know if I could do anything or what,
That's crazy.
No, it's typical.
You're always the last to know, huh?
Well, it's always about that side, that part.
They take you for granted, my friend.
Well, I guarantee.
I'll tell you how they won't take you for granted anymore is one day when they don't call you and you just make sure you're not there when it's time for them to drop her off.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Just say I'm not there because I'm busy.
They freaked her out a couple of weeks ago. My car was parked somewhere else. I had when a couple of weeks
Because of
ago
the
when it
flood
rained, I
thing.
parked it. Yeah, this was a couple of weeks before the hurricane up, and she drove up and she texted me, "Are you home?" And yeah, my car's parked somewhere then. Because they freaked out then.
Well, a lot of that'll change once you get that house and they all move in together.
Yeah, they ain't moving them out.
Then you'll know what's going on.
Was
Hey, TJ,
uh,
you working today at all?
no, I'm off today.
Oh,
I
good
was
for
gonna
you.
go, I was supposed to go. Well, Maddie and I were supposed to go to Miami, but he's got some other obligations this morning. And I don't want to drive to Miami by myself. We were supposed to go to go over to Bayside and fly over there. But that place kind of gets boring.
Love that.
Like once you've like flown so many spots, like man, there's really nowhere else to fly at.
You got to do is you got to fly it different.
Yeah,
See, that's like us. There's so many things around here. There's like Johnny and I. We go to either lakefront. We go to the park. There's a couple places we go, together all the time. And
yeah,
every time I go out there, I got to remember how I flew last time, and then I try to change it up, make it look a little different.
yeah, yeah. But it's always good to like experience new places and stuff, and just kind of, I don't know, I guess drive around and see what the heck.
That's what I did when I got the Nevada too. I started driving around looking. I found a lot of little places. I'd find a little bayou and just stop on the side of the road and just fly down the bayou just to see it.
Yeah. Last time Maddie and I went flying, there was a park that we always go to, and there were some spots that we found that we never knew about. But like there was an FPV field that had these different obstacles and stuff that I guess somebody had made from PVC or wherever. And we never knew about it. And like, oh wow, look, it was like literally like right next to a it was right next to where the guys fly the airplanes and stuff. It was like literally like right next to that. Yeah, I feel you on that one, Randy. Yeah, just gotta, I guess like Joe said, fly differently. And do like different shots and different perspectives.
Man, that's crazy. They're showing the golf course, a good close up on it, where Trump was yesterday, and that street is like right there. Yeah, I saw
Hey,
those
Joe.
Boston Cream.
I
saw
couldn't
'em.
help. I couldn't help myself this morning.
Oh Lord, you got the Tim Hortons donuts.
You got the whole box. What you talking about?
Krispy Kremes.
6 Boston Cream.
Boston creams, not Krispy
No, the
Kreme.
Boston Creams, I meant. Whoa, watch out. They're sliding out all over the place.
Yeah, they gave me a bigger than usual box.
I thought you had about a dozen of them in there.
What
Well-
time do they open in the morning?
6 o'clock.
Oh wow.
Well, if you think about it, that's what time. What time do you think everybody's going around and buying donuts and coffee for work?
Yeah. Try flying backwards.
But I bet the Krispy Kremes open that early too.
Yeah, but there's really not. Yeah, but there's not really a Krispy Kreme near where I live. Like I guess the only Krispy Kreme that's close is I guess in Fort Lauderdale, I guess, and that's kind of a hike, but I guess it'd be worth the drive.
Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, we don't have a Krispy Kreme close by. Closest one here is in Metairie, across the lake. But Krispy Kreme delivers to because I'm trying to figure where they get them from. Must be from across the lake. Walmart gets them in the morning. They have a delivery in the morning for them. But the problem is, you go to Walmart, 6 of them are like $8. Ridiculous. And you see, my son, when he was living here, he would buy 6 donuts and eat one. Because that's all he wanted was one. He didn't want the 6. He bring the other ones and just throw them on my counter.
I bought 6 of these and it was $6.99.
Well, he bought one last year. I need to find out about those again. They should be coming out. It was like a pumpkin spice cream cheese. Oh, is it good? Because I wasn't eating sugar during that time. And he brought that thing over and I bit into that sucker. I said, oh, Lord, help me, I'm in trouble. Within a day, I had eaten 6 of them. There's got to be something in this house doing this to me right now. I don't know what it is, but I've got like an allergy. It just won't stop.
Really?
I'm taking allergy medicine. I'm doing everything. It's just my eyes are watering. I'm sniffing.
It's not the dander from like the dogs or anything, is it?
No way. They've been here so long, no way. Unless I'm getting allergic to them now. Hey guys, I'm allergic to y'all. Y'all gotta go to the shelter.
I'm bringing you to the shelter. Sorry.
I'm giving y'all away. I'm allergic to y'all.
That'd be horrible.
Tina's over there laying down looking at me like, oh yeah, right. Empty threats, he's saying. Empty threats. I'll tell you what Cleo did me the other day, right? She was over here barking at me, and I told her, leave me alone, please. I'm gotta get this work done. She barked at me again. I said, Cleo, go away. Like that. I turned around and did this, and she's sitting right there in the hallway looking at me. I said, why you just go lay down somewhere? What she was doing, she was waiting for me to look down. She left a turd right there next to me. And when I looked down, I said, you did that? I said, you did that? She just got up and walked down the hall. And Loki was funny. Loki, like I said, he's a dog from the hood. He don't want to deal with any noise, nothing. He was sitting over there on the sofa. I said, you did that? He took off and went and got in the corner.
Turned out, huh?
He said, I'm out. I'm out of this. I don't want nothing to do with it. But she was just sitting there like this. Then look down. I want you to look down. Nice little pretty turd sitting right next to my desk.
Mad Props says that they have Krispy Kremes at every Rofo. What's a Rofo?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Like, what's Rofo?
Must be a grocery store, like a fast food, maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Kind of like Wawa, I guess, because we have Wawa here, so maybe it might be the same thing as that.
Who knows?
So, you ready for this? AT&T had a strike going on, but this is a strike that gets me Boeing. Boeing workers had a strike. They want a 25% pay increase. All their planes are falling apart because they're not building them right. So that sounds something wrong there.
Oh, it's Royal Farms.
Well, here's it just blows my mind. Camilla is going to meet with the executive committee for the Teamsters Union, which is automakers and stuff, to get their endorsement. Now, why the hell would, since she's a main sponsor of getting rid of all the gas-powered cars and all that kind of shit,
yeah,
would they want to give her an endorsement?
I know.
It's the old birds of a feather. It's controlled together.
I tell you right now, if you go on, oh Lord, never saw Maddie. The girl I was telling you about, Maddie, that used to be the dance team member when she was doing the hurricane. I don't know how did I miss that. She was wearing a full rain suit, right? But what they just showed her without the top of the rain suit on, and she had a tank top, red tank top. Lord help me! If I'd have seen that, I would have turned everything off. I'd have recorded it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there you go.
But lost my train of thought. You see, Maddie did it to me.
I hate when that happens. Like you're trying to talk, like trying to say something, and then you're like, I just lost my train of thought.
I wouldn't have lost my train of thought if I wouldn't have seen her with that tank top on. That's all I was thinking about. Oh hell!
I bet your jaw. I bet your jaw just kind of dropped to the floor, like, oh
Hold
my
on.
lord. Well, by God. I'm the only one here. Oh, where'd everybody go? Oh, oh.
I have a crying baby, so I'm gonna leave this off for a minute.
She must be hungry.
No, it's separation anxiety. She don't want to be away from my grandmother or mama.
Oh. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. Grandpappy's got you.
Oh, they arrived.
They arrived.
It's a combination of separation anxiety, and she's tired. Soon as her grandmother handed it to me, she started crying. That's okay.
Well, how come she doesn't stay at grandma's?
Grandma works.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
the one
she's
that's a
got
bus
a.
driver?
Oh, I wish she was a bus driver. No, she goes to she's a like a social worker.
Oh,
So she Mondays and Tuesdays she got to be at the office. Wednesdays she can go to the office and bring the baby to the office because it's just her there. So that's why Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday she works out the house. So the only days that she can't keep her is Monday and Tuesday.
okay.
And it wasn't an issue before because my
There
wife.
you go. There you go. TJ drinking out of that bowl again.
Mondays and Tuesdays, my daughter was working at night,
Look at her hair.
so that she had the
His
baby
head
during the day.
disappeared in the ball.
Yep.
Well, you don't want to do that in front of the wife. She's liable to start feeding you out of bowls on the floor, with a milk bowl.
That's pretty good. What's up, Ron? Jody.
What's up, Ron?
Hey, Ron.
What's happening, guys? How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good.
On your way to work or leaving work?
On my way home.
Home.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Right back from vacation and right back in the frying pan. So picking up some extra hours and thinking about going back to Alaska next year, only to a different location, to riverfish. Got one of my coworkers interested, so I'm going to check into that today. So I keep working, guys, because my habits are expensive.
What's up, Mark?
Hi, TJ. Hi, Ron, Joe, Paul.
Mr. Mark, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And we know
Okay.
that Johnny will be listening, won't he? So happy birthday, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's birthday today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is Johnny's birthday today, ain't it?
Yeah, they have a tradition over at there at the Alfonso's. What they do is all the grandkids get together on a birthday, whenever it's anybody's birthday. The whole family gets together and they all sing kind of crazy. So they got the craziest song, the way they sing, you know? And it's terrible, boy. All of them need to get a new job.
So,
Joe, how did you make out with the storm down your way?
Well, I came about, I'd say about an inch and a half, 2 inches from losing my automobile.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
if
it
we
was
get-
the water was up to the door sills.
Oh, wow.
The funny
Yeah,
part about it is, what time did you go out and
wait.
check it and it didn't have a problem? Then you went back in the morning and there was a problem.
Like midnight.
He went out at midnight after the storm had already passed through his area, and then by morning, 6, 7 o'clock, he went out and checked it, and the water was up to the door sills, and a lot of the cars that were parked over by him were underwater.
Yeah. That's usually what happens. It's like after the storm stops, then after that, the water keeps rising, you know?
Well, that's it. I mean, the drain that floods and sorts the car park out, it's going to get a lot of runoff after the storm's finished.
Yeah, I'm heading back to work tomorrow, and then off Thursday, and then Friday going back out to the one wildfire again. Apparently, they thought they were going to have it contained in 4 days. Wrong. It's like doubled or tripled in size.
So
It's
what do
getting out of
you do?
control.
What do you do there? You just
Oh,
on
dear.
standby or what?
We go out. It's quite a how do I say it? Organized chaos.
Organized
so to
chaos.
speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, you come out and you meet in the morning at the command post. They've got like this giant command vehicle. Looks like a big giant camper, and got radios and phones and stuff in there. And the federal government has it's on federal land, so this whole fire is actually everybody's being paid by the federal government.
Okay.
But yeah, we go out, get our assignment. We're basically in charge of making sure, if anybody on the line sees someone that is, not at the top of their game, so to speak, they have us check them out, and I have the right to pull them offline. If I don't feel that they're physically fit, they have to meet certain vital signs, like the blood pressure can't be too high. We got to monitor how much water they've been drinking, stuff like that.
Now, how many families have been displaced?
I don't know, but I've heard a lot of structures have been hit with this one. I've seen a couple houses out there. The one where we were stationed 2 days ago, it came within 10 feet of this guy's house, and he was out there with his own. He's a rancher, and he had a tractor with a bucket on it. He created this big fire line around his house and saved his house. So, yeah, but I don't know. It's big. If you Google, it's called the short draw fire in Wyoming.
Yeah, she's still out of it. But I tell you,
Yeah,
those
Ron,
fires,
you can't see it, but Joe's hugging his little grandbaby. He gets
I
her
think she's hugging me.
5 days a week.
Yeah, we.
Hey Ron, what was that thing thing you were talking about that you were talking? If you Google something,
It's called every fire. They give it a name, and this one is called short draw. Short and then DRAW fire, and look up Recluse RECLUSE Recluse, Wyoming.
oh, short draw fire, Wyoming.
Yeah, I don't know how many acres. It's got to be up 40,000-50,000, I think, that they're estimating. And some of the reports on online are not updated. It can grow several thousand in a day. It's a pretty big fire.
Estimated fire area updated 33 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh, geez. It's gotten bigger since I was there.
That's crazy.
I'll be right
that's
back. I'm being called to the bathroom.
Nature's calling. Nature's calling.
No, it's called the clean out pills calling.
Glad I'm finished eating.
So what's
Yeah,
new with you,
I'll
TJ, down in Florida?
Not too much. Just kind of. I got the day off today, so I'm just kind of hanging out. I was supposed to go down to Miami this morning with Matt. We were going to go down to Bayside, but he had some other obligations to take care of this morning, so we may hook up later on this afternoon. So.
Where are you working at now?
I'm still at the damn Walgreens retail, but man, I'm struggling so bad, man. I want to get the hell out of there, but I just don't know what the hell else I want to do. Like, it's just really crazy.
Yeah.
It's just hard to find other work. Like, like I'll be out driving around and just kind of looking and seeing what's around me and seeing like what looks of interest or whatever. But I mean, I know like a lot of, I guess like some like air conditioned places that replace air conditioning units or work on them is looking for help. And I don't know.
Yeah, you need to go to school for that though.
Yeah. But I know like some places do like on the job training and stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah, Randy, but that doesn't really. I could probably do. I actually tried doing that a few times, DoorDash, Instacart, and whatever else. But they said that they had plenty of DoorDashers and Instacarters. But I just need something that is going to provide me benefits and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Because you got to try and buy your private health insurance, and that gets very expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know who's more confused, the child or Joe.
Yeah, I don't know, Jody. But that'd be kind of a haul for me though. going to go work at the bowling alley with Uncle Bill.
Best thing is, you got a job for you.
Yeah.
You can't just turn up and say, right, where do you want me, Bill? Rough.
Looks like you got some nice weather this morning there, Mark. I think the skies are pretty clear, pretty sunny.
Yeah, it's sunny. It's a little chilly.
Mark, when you get your new computer,
Yeah.
you got to set up a new Zoom just for Precious.
Yeah.
But she has a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
Randy.
Randy.
Randy, what's up?
What's up, guys? Hold on.
Hey, that was cool to see you on Jason's show last night.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I had a long weekend. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fortnite. I'm not a real big gamer, but I will do it if, you know what I mean, if I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah. That was cool. You was chilling in bed, eating just vegging on some ice cream.
Yeah. Gotta enjoy the simple pleasures.
Yeah, that's right.
TJ, you live near Orlando?
Not. Oh, I guess from Riviera Beach to Orlando is probably like maybe a 2 or 3 hour drive.
What about Tampa?
Tampa's probably like 4 or 5 hours.
Say my company has like 4 or 5 locations between Orlando and Tampa.
Oh.
And we got one in Miami.
Yeah, Miami's kind of a haul.
Where are you at?
In Riviera Beach.
Is that east, west, central Florida? Is it by Port St. Lucie or Fort Myers?
Yeah, I think it's by Port St. Lucie. So I think I'm west, I think. Michael, what's up?
Hey guys, I gotta call the boss. So
All
Hey,
right,
Randy.
Ron. Don't work too hard out there.
David, Andrew, Michael.
you guys all have a great day.
All right, you do the same.
Later on.
Catch you later,
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
Bye-bye now.
Paul went to go take a thumper dumper.
Yeah.
Ron was talking about those forest fires. When I worked DMS, we had to sit by house fires sometimes.
Yes.
And I can't imagine the amount of heat coming up one of those forest fires. Because if you sat out there just by a house, you felt all that heat coming off that house.
I couldn't do it. There ain't no way.
We used to get the firemen,
You're up.
and they had a unit they still bring out. And the back of the thing holds about 10 firemen. And it's refrigerated, and they keep it down to about 40 degrees. And these guys, and these people, they come out, and you can just see them, the heat exhaustion's kicking in, and you just tell them, come, get in here. We'd be sitting in there freezing, and they'd be sitting there comfortable, you know?
Especially in the summertime. I feel for them guys.
Just keep going.
Laura,
TJ!
what's happening?
I don't know. Why are we talking like this?
Don't shut
TJ,
it off.
You gonna sell your Air 2S?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
TJ.
I think it was you or somebody else that I should sell my Air 2S and my Mini 2 and get the Air 3.
If you send your
I highly recommend it.
I mean, the Air 2S is a pretty good drone and all, but
What's the afternoon one?
Oh, that's a less.
I got 2 words for you: battery life.
Mhm.
the
battery
Air
life-
3 on the battery life on the Air 3 lasts a whole lot longer.
Yeah, it's like 47 minutes.
Just went
Oh,
sick
shit.
today.
And I realistically, I'm getting about 35 minutes. I mean, if I push it down to the red zone, I can get up to 40 minutes. And the speed, I mean, it hauls. And my main thing is that 70mm lens, man. It's so nice.
The camera's a whole lot bigger on there, ain't it?
No, the camera on the Air 2S is actually bigger. It's got the 1-inch, but just the processing power on the Air 3. I mean, you really can't beat the image coming out of the Air 3. Did you see those pictures I put up of the nighttime?
Yeah, when you were out at the Great Wolf Lodge.
Yep.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Hold on, I'll pull them up.
Okay. I love chilies.
Yeah, the Air 3, man, you really can't beat it.
I like how they
Yeah, I always see like it's so funny. Well, not funny, but kind of weird. But like I always see the commercials for the Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah, man, that looks pretty awesome.
Can you see them?
Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, and how all the traffic going down with the lights.
Yeah, that's like I think it's like a 1-inch shutter, or I'm sorry, a 1-second shutter speed.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, for being a 1/1/3 sensor, it's got some good images coming off. And I found out really the JPEGs are better than the DNG photos on the Air 3. Ron Brown seems to think the same.
He has the Air 3 too.
Yeah.
No,
I just
the Air 3.
I can't get the quality of the photos off of the DNGs. They're just not as crisp as the JPEGs.
Oh.
TJ, it's just the Air 3 he's got. It doesn't have the Air 3 2. You're about 10 years away from that one.
Yeah, those look like some pretty awesome pictures.
That highway leads right to you, TJ.
Yeah.
I-95.
It's crazy because like I was about to say, like I always see commercials for the Great Wolf Lodge, but they never show like the locations. Like you have to literally like go online and look up and see where they're at.
Yeah, this one's like 5 minutes from my house.
Oh,
That's a 360. But I haven't
pretty
figured I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to edit a 360 photo and then export it and still keep the 360.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I would just throw it up like that. Like that looks perfect like that.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. And the last picture up here, I had a anamorphic lens with the blue streak. It actually turned out pretty cool. See, that's the anamorphic with the blue streak.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's not the one I'm talking about, but that's one of them. That's got the blue streak in it too.
Oh, yeah,
That one right there looks pretty cool. That's the one.
Yeah, that is neat. Is that like a next to the water slide, the green thing? Is that like a little what is it looks like a little putt green or something?
I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. It looks like I think it might be a putt, but there's like some kind of deals on it. Like I don't know, like little gates, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it might be a little putt, but
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
oh, those are chairs. I don't know.
Do they have a There,
Like a
is there,
little
there's,
dog park or
there's a,
something.
it's an indoor, they have an indoor pool and stuff in there too, don't they?
Yeah, the main park is inside.
That's what I thought because they'd be showing pictures or they show the commercials and like it's all like indoors. Like what? That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, this was taken with my Sony camera. Just messing around while I was waiting on my dinner.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I said, man, the Air 3, it definitely punches well above its weight class.
Do you have yours nearby?
Yeah, it's sitting over here. I'm actually putting in an order today. I'm going to send it back and do a care refresh on it.
Oh,
And
okay.
get a new one for $99.
I'm back.
I want to sell it, but I was
Welcome back,
picking
Paul.
it up. I was picking it up a couple weeks ago and I dropped it, and it
Oh,
slid
did it?
across the asphalt and kind of got scratched up. So I
Uh-oh.
want to get a new one and then sell it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's right here. Maybe you see the scratches on it.
Take the thing off for a minute. I just want to see like the camera and stuff.
All right, hold on. I got an ND filter on it. Let me take that off. I'm actually
I flew the Mavic 3 the other day, and at 100 feet, the winds were 52 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. Did you just go up in the air or did you actually go out in it?
Now I was in the air and I went out 100 yards over the lake and everything. Followed the river because I was showing all the damage from the hurricane, and I was getting a high wind warning when I turned into it, but it was 52-mile-an-hour winds up there.
Yeah, the highest I've flown the Air 3 in is like I think like almost 40 miles an hour. But I don't. It gets kind of sketchy when you land. It's wanting to jump around and all kinds of craziness.
JD's. Yeah, the camera on that thing looks bigger on there than the Air 2S.
Well, it's got
The
a wider
housing's big.
aperture.
Yeah.
It is bigger. It's got a wider.
It
It's
is
got
big.
the Air 2S has a bigger sensor, but what you're seeing here is the aperture is more open on that bottom camera. It's like a
okay.
1.7, and I think that what's the Air 2S at 2.8.
Yeah.
See, actually, the top camera looks bigger, but it's not.
Oh no! Hold on. Let me grab the Air 2S and just.
But dude, this thing gets it, man. When you take it up and ascend and when I had the Air 2, which is basically the Air 2S, it's just a different camera. Man, sometimes it would take like a minute just to come down from height because I don't know if it was a defect with my drone, but it seemed like it was so slow to descend. And this thing, if you're not paying attention, man, it'll slam right into the ground because it goes so fast.
That main camera on the Air 3 is the same as the one on the Mini 3 and the Mini 4.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, well, I guess
Mini 4.
like because it's like the one it's a 1-inch on the Air 2S. It's a 1 inch. It says.
Yeah, on the Air
20 megapixels. So
yeah, it's a 3/4 inch 12 megapixel on the Air 3.
Yeah, the Air 2S is a beast, man. The camera's nice, but you're not looking at just the camera. You're looking at everything in general. The charging hub, the battery life, the speed, the obstacle avoidance is better. It's got a lot more features. It's got the thing where you can look through the side sensors, use them as like cameras.
Yeah. Costs a lot more money.
Yep. And the RC2, I mean, this thing, you can take it out I mean, really far, and it's still got 5 bars. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
had.
because the remote control like on there has the screen on it. You don't have to hook up another device or something.
Right. But with the
DJ.
Air 2S, I think you fly the Air 2S with the RC, the regular RC, right?
Yep.
But it doesn't have the antennas, so you don't get as much range. Like when I had the Air 2, I would take it out from my house like 2,000 feet, and it would disconnect, and I'd have to like return to home to get it to reconnect. This thing, I've had it for a year, and I've never had a disconnect. Like it's the signal has gone down, but it's never disconnected.
Here's Jason.
Huh.
Hi, Jason.
Morning, gents.
Hey, how's it
TJ.
going, Jason?
Jason,
How is
TJ.
everybody today?
Doing good. JD's talking about he started a new diet. Watching me eat in the morning, then he won't be hungry the rest of the day.
I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Wow, what'd you eat, TJ?
I just had some cinnamon toast crunch.
oh, that's my shit. Cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Right.
Now I want some
TJ,
cereal.
become a
Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
professional
mind you.
footballer.
That's pretty funny though. Watching me eat, then he won't be hungry the rest of the day.
Shoot, we talk about food and I'm hungry for that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah. Dude, cinnamon toast crunch is amazing.
Tell
You know what?
I had some Lego waffles yesterday.
Oh, I love waffles too. Waffles.
I like
are great.
the cinnamon waffles.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Look, I got an idea for a new product. You know how they make like chocolate milk, strawberry milk, and all that stuff?
Yeah.
What about cinnamon toast crunch milk?
Well, you could that actually happens when you eat the cereal.
Well, that's
the
what I'm
milk-
saying.
Milk on it, yeah.
Bottle it up and sell it as just a regular like drink.
Oh
And that
yeah,
could
there
be-
you go.
You know what it kind of tastes like also? It tastes like horchata.
Oh yeah.
I've never had
I
that.
Think about
love
it.
horchata. Horchata is great.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's like your idea of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk, that's a horchata. Because that's, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
You tell me though that would probably sell pretty good if you know what I mean. Put the cinnamon toast crunch logo on the bottle and have it made by Kellogg, General Mills. I
Yeah.
think General Mills makes cinnamon toast crunch.
Heck yeah. Bottle it up, sell it as is.
I'll take 10%.
Do it. Send it to the suggestion box.
That's a good idea.
Man, it's like
Was that a Johnny Drumflyer cup, Randy?
Nope.
Oh, sick! You gotta send me one of them. You gotta send me one of them. You gotta send me one.
I do guys. This did come from Johnny Drumflyer, but it's my logo on it.
Sick. That's sick.
nice.
You gotta
Yeah,
send me one. That looks awesome.
I actually got a couple of them, but I gave one out, so I only got one of them more. I gotta have some more made.
Nice. That's awesome.
I gave one to my aunt. She actually my aunt. She bought this computer for me, so I had to give her something. I gave her one of my cups.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just send her V-Bucks, Randy. Send her V-Bucks.
Yeah, right, dude. It's a $2,000 computer, and she insisted on buying it. So, and I told her, I was like, that's a lot of money, and she said, well, I'm not asking for it back. I said, well,
Nice. She wants you
He
to
said
edit video for her. That's why.
yeah.
Need to drop some
she-
adoption papers.
She has it. Her and her husband own an apartment complex and like 4 or 5 houses.
Nice. Heck yeah. Shoot some, what do you call it? Drone video for them then. Right? You been on Fortnite lately?
No, not recently. I've had a lot going
Yeah.
on with the kids going back to school and just a lot of early nights.
Right, of course.
But I do need to get on and play. I still got like 2,000 V-Bucks I need to spend.
Yeah.
What is that V-Bucks? What is that?
Don't ask TJ.
It's the
Don't ask.
in-game currency. So you purchase V-Bucks with, your hard-earned US dollar or pound or whatever, right? You get X number of V-Bucks and then you spend it in the shop. It's an interesting way to make you spend money without thinking you're spending money.
Yeah. This is how it works, TJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
You take your dollars, right? Your American dollars that you can buy drinks, food, your electric, your bills, stuff like that. And you give it to Fortnite or Epic Games, and they give you a gift image that you can delete at any time. That's how V-Bucks works.
Cool Cat's asking if the Mavic 2 will connect to a regular transmitter like the TX16S Roadmaster. No, I do not think it will.
Correct.
I think
It's
that's
a different, I guess, radio protocol between the two. It's like
yeah,
you can
it's proprietary.
Yeah.
You headed to work this morning,
Yeah.
Jason?
Yes, sir.
I've already been to
It's
work.
about a 10-minute mile, 10-minute drive to work, 9 miles.
Oh, that's about what mine is.
Yeah. It used to be like 20, but then we moved closer, which was nice because my wife's commute to work was maybe 5 minutes and mine was like 45 minutes. And then we moved in the middle, which was nicer. Primarily because we wanted to send our kid to a public high school, good public high school. So he moved to that district. And then he went on a field trip to Catholic high school. He's like, Dad, I really want to go here. They've got a really good science program. And we're like, man, I thought I was done paying for tuition, you know? And then he goes there, gets into a good college. I was thinking, all right, won't have to worry about college tuition because of scholarships, but especially for disabled veterans, we get pretty good benefits for college, for kids going to college in Virginia. But he had to go pick a private college to go to college for, so still paying college tuition.
Oh, no.
But it is what it is. I mean, since he was born, I've been planning to send him to college, at least give him the option of going to college. And so I invested.
Yeah, that's cool. At
right
least
away.
he has a little bit of choice. He don't have to just take what he can get.
Exactly, options.
Exactly.
Options. And that's what it's all about, to give a person options. And that's what the money does. Options to buy which drone you want to buy, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
You got the option to build, right?
Yep. I actually just went and bought
out of
this
the box.
yesterday.
Oh, snap. Let's see.
It's a
It's hard for
70
me to
watt.
see.
It's a 70 watt
soldering iron.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
So I got a practice board and some other supplies coming from Amazon. I'm gonna start practicing some solder.
Right on.
Can you ever mess up when you're soldering?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's easy, and depending on how bad you mess up, right? It may be too big of a glob on the solder on when you make the connection. Then you can always correct that as well.
No.
Or you could heat the pad up too much and then where it detaches from the board.
Yep, that too. And so,
but the worst case scenario probably is you get it all together, turn it on, and the whole thing just shorts out and catches fire.
Damn.
That's why you gotta practice. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, I want to build a tank S 3.5 inch.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah. And I could buy one, but I would rather build it myself. It's a little bit cheaper, and that way I'll know what's going on if I need to repair it.
is the tank let's see, is that a Rotor Riot brand?
Yep, that's a Rotor Riot drone. It's
Okay.
made by the Let's Fly RC guy.
Okay. Right on.
But I
My
looked
first
around.
drone was from a kit also.
Yep. And it seems to be a really nice drone, and it's a Squash X design, but there's no props in the shot of the O3 because I don't want to put a GoPro on it.
Right.
I don't know why
So,
people
yeah.
do that with like smaller drones or whatever. They do it with their Avatas and stuff. That like, why would you? That just adds like more weight, and it wouldn't really be able to take off because a GoPro is kind of heavy. So that
They-
would like make it
Well,
DJ,
harder
they
to
call them
take
pixel
off.
sluts.
It'd be harder to
Pixel
take
slut.
off and stuff.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily harder. Your battery will be used more, but the reason why I mean, at least if I put it when I put in a GoPro on my Avata, it's for a different angle. If you
Oh,
will,
gotcha.
you know, different angle. You can put it on reverse, backwards to get that backward shot, if you will.
Yeah.
This here's a Rotor Riot drone.
Yeah, and the GoPro footage, at least when the Avata first came out, they've claimed that it's a better picture quality compared to the Avatas. But I've been happy with my Avata quality, video quality since I got it.
You know what I want to do though? I've seen people do this. Like they would put I don't know. They would put an action figure of Buzz Lightyear or an action figure of Superman or whatever, like on their Avatas, and like it's actually
Glide around.
flying in the air.
It's
I
cool.
want to do that. That'd be hilarious.
Captain Joe does that. He put the duck on his.
Yeah.
To each his own. It looks cool. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Just make sure you
Yeah.
attach it good.
Yeah. I think they tie them on with the zip ties.
Zip ties, lots of tape,
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
I mean, you do it once, you check the block, and you're like, all right, cool.
Like I think they'll glue a popsicle stick or something so that so that the action figure stays on there, and then they'll like zip tie it onto their drones, and then
That's a
they'll
good
fly it
idea.
around.
Yeah. I mean, a couple different ways to skin that cat, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Not for me, but it definitely looks cool.
Got a little alligator put on there now.
Yeah, flying alligator.
That's a fat
Got a little
alligator.
Velcro on the bottom,
Buddy.
and it's Mardi Gras colors, purple, green, and gold.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Oh, there goes another
I figure that's
Cybertruck.
better
Wanna blow
for
it
a
up?
kid to see than a duck flipping them off,
That's a Joy Behar alligator.
Thanks to Fortnite, every time I see a Cybertruck, I want to blow it up. I want to shoot at it. It's such a one just drove by. And the first thing I thought, oh, shoot at it. I'm like, oh.
hit it with your massive slingshot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you saw that. That's awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a fun day. I'm not happy that that it was all pixelated. I mean, that 720p.
Oh, yeah.
After, just because it would have been cool, and the drone shots, and that was the first time for me to try to do that live, but and wasn't sure what the cellular phone signal was going to be out there, but that's clearly what was the issue.
No,
It's
it
poor-
wasn't
poor
that
cell
bad.
phone signal.
Wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, it
was
was cool
fun.
to watch. It was cool to watch.
Yeah, whenever they get a drone or a RC plane stuck in a tree, they're like, "Call Jason."
Right. I've done a little tree work in my day. I've never climbed, but I've cut some down and did some stump grinding.
Nice, right on. Good
Yeah,
labor.
I think I'm done with tree work for a very long time.
Hey, there's a lot of money in it, but it's hard work. You definitely won't earn
No, TJ fell out of one.
it. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. I literally like fell out of a tree like back in 2008.
Did you break anything?
Yeah, I broke my left wrist, my right ankle, my lower back, and ruptured my diaphragm.
Damn, how far did you
Head,
fall?
you hit your head too, didn't you?
I think so. I think everything just happened so quickly. Like I think it was like 50 feet down.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I literally fell like straight down. Like I didn't hit any other limbs. Like I was just hanging on one limb and it just literally like snapped in half. And I literally fell like straight down.
Now, were you just climbing to climb it, or were you trying to do
No, like
something?
I was actually doing some. I was working for my dad at the time. My dad's no longer walking the face of the planet. Like he had a landscape lighting company, and we were out.
Tree trimming.
I was going up to go fix a light, and the limb just like snapped in half.
You didn't use no lines or nothing?
No, like I had my rope and my saddle and everything. Like I was climbing up, and I guess the limb I was on was weak, and it just started to
Okay.
snap. Yeah, it started to break.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
You're lucky you didn't die, man.
Yeah, I know. I could have been like dead or paralyzed. Like I was in a wheelchair for a little while because I couldn't walk or drive or anything. So like I was in a cast for a little while.
Have you been in any
Did
trees
you get
lately?
some insurance money from that?
Yeah, like I was like while I was like out of work, I was collecting workman's comp since it was like, an on the job injury, like a severe injury.
Well, workman's comp's nice, but you should have gotten a cash settlement too.
Oh, he probably
Yeah,
would've had to sue his
that means he would have sued his dad.
Right. I was getting ready to say that. He just had to sue his
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's his dad's insurance, not him.
But the insurance company would have went after his dad probably.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I can't really remember. I think that's maybe what happened. I'm not really sure though. But I knew I was collecting workman's comp.
No more tree work for TJ.
No, definitely not.
I don't think his wife even lets him go up on a ladder.
Well, I'll like just around the house. I'll use a step ladder, but that's about it.
Would you consider doing groundy work?
Do what?
Groundy work?
Groundwork? Oh, like groundwork?
Oh, you're a tree lighting. You're a lighting company. You are in a tree company though. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. So like we basically like installed lights on the ground and in the trees.
Christmas lights too?
No, just moon lighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to get a bucket. Your dad should have bought a bucket truck.
Yeah, I know, right? And it was crazy though. Like we would climb like really high in these trees. Like we'd have a bucket of jet line, and so we tie a weight to the end, and then throw it up there. Then when the weight came down, we would attach our rope to the jet line and bring it up there, and then get all hooked up and everything, and just start climbing.
Heck yeah.
They just released a picture of the guy that was trying to shoot Trump.
Yeah, he's 57 years old.
Yeah, he's a little skinny guy.
Yep. That's why I was worried about TJ not being home yesterday.
TJ better not be doing anything crazy like that.
Yeah, I had worked yesterday, but I didn't hear about that until like yesterday when I came on here.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Definitely crazy times.
Yeah.
And Biden and Camilla have covered their butts. They put out a tweet saying, "Oh, that's sad because it just violence has no place in our society." Give me that.
You know everybody everybody and their brother is thinking like, deep down inside, they wish that it would have went through.
Yep.
No.
If they truly believe all the things that they've said about him, I'm sure they wish him gone.
Especially the new stuff they're putting out there, calling him Hitler and wants to
Right.
take over the world and all that kind of stuff. It's like, give me a break.
Really comparing him to Hitler, like that's reaching.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nonsense at this point. And as far as I'm concerned, I just want to pay less taxes.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
and
want to
wanna
pay for fucking $5 a gallon for gasoline.
Right.
Less
Nope.
taxes, cheaper, a more economical economy. So the hard-earned dollars that we all make, can go a little bit further. But
Yep.
with minimum wage hikes and increases, the cost of price and goods has to increase all across the board,
Sure,
and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you go to the grocery
yeah.
store and everything is literally $5, $10. It's hard to find
Oh, yeah.
anything under $5 at the grocery store.
I mean, and there's some localities, of course, that are just going to be more expensive than others, but still, I mean, it was $5 for a half a gallon of milk when we were living in New York City. Ridiculous, and this was in 2008, but all right, fellas, I'm gonna jump out. Maybe I'll jump
Hey,
back
Randy.
on when I get inside the office. I'll see you in a little
Yeah,
All
bit.
right,
Mark,
Jason,
have
have
a
a
good
good day,
day.
man.
All right, Randy. See you, fellas. Paul, TJ,
Thanks for
gents.
being here.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, it's crazy though, because we used to go shopping at Walmart, like grocery shopping, and like we would spend like over $100 on groceries. Like, what the hell? But then like Aldi's is right up the road from us, so we went shopping there and we spent, I don't know, probably like 60 something dollars.
Well, what
Yeah.
happened is in most cases, TJ, is you weren't buying brand name. You were buying less than brand name. You can save a lot of
Right.
money if you don't grab the brand name stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm picky. I like certain things you can buy, not name brand like sugar and stuff like that. But when it comes to like ketchup, I want Heinz 57.
Yep.
And when it comes to cereal, I want name brand cereal. Soda, I want my name brand soda.
You have them UK brands.
Well, the other thing too, Randy, is if you look at the like let's say Meyer brand ketchup or whatever, if you read real fine print on the back, it's probably made by Heinz.
Right, right.
Because
Yeah.
what the big companies do is they discount it to them by putting their name on it
Well, like
because they're buying in such bulk.
right. I shop at Walmart a lot, so like the Great Value brands,
Yeah.
they're just not like Great Value brand ketchup. It's just not the same, in my opinion.
All I'm going to say is it doesn't matter who's in power in the world, prices are going up everywhere.
Yeah, but everything is attached to fuel. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
price
same
to
old-
get the goods in the store, the packaging that the goods are made out of, everything is attached to the price of
Think of
fuel.
it this way, Randy. This is the UK. We own the biggest oil companies, Shell, BP, stuff like that, right? And yet we pay more for fuel than you guys do.
Because you guys probably don't have a lot of refineries or
No,
oil
we have
production
refineries
or oil production. Like you guys don't have a lot of
It's
oil
because we
supplies.
sell it through OPEC. Same as America, same as the rest of the world. The OPEC group is the biggest scam on the planet because whenever fuel prices start to fall, you can guarantee they'll all get together and go, let's cut production.
Yep. It's
Price
just like
up.
diamonds. They corner the market and stockpile everything and they can control the price. They can say, oh, there's a shortage, but they control the market, so they can say whatever
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah, same with fuel. The world is a very corrupt place.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I was telling a couple of my coworkers yesterday that like you know, like how AI is going to be taking over everything. Like, I just want to sit home and let the government take care of me for the rest of my life.
Don't worry that way.
It
Democrat.
sounds good, but that's not ideal, because if they do that for one person, they'd have to do it for everybody, and then there would be no money coming into the government, and everybody
Yeah.
would be relying on, the government for everything.
You're right, but you've also got to look at it this way. This is what I say about the UK. We do have a considerably high unemployment rate. However, the unemployment rate keeps the economy ticking, right? Because when you're pumping money to the unemployed, they're spending money during the day, right? If everybody had a job, there'd be no one to visit the shops during the day, so the shops wouldn't be open, and you ain't getting the money in. So you have to have some sort of unemployment to keep the economy buzzing.
Yeah, that's the problem with America, Lance. Everybody wants something for nothing. Nobody wants to work for anything. People want to just sit back, collect food stamps, and
That is
have the
not-
government pay
it's
for
not
it.
just America, that's the world.
Yeah, your mindset needs to be less government interference. You want everything. You want to be self-sufficient and rely on the government as little as possible. Way too many in this country, people in this country are on food stamps or government housing, government assistance. I mean, it's nice for people that are actually in need, but people that live off of it like their whole life, that are able-bodied and can work and are just choosing to stay home and collect Section 8 and food stamps, it brings down the whole system.
I don't know.
Well,
Like,
it doesn't
me, like,
doesn't bring it
it's not-
down, but it puts a load on the shoulders of the system.
It
Yep.
does put a load on the shoulders, but again, it also keeps the economy ticking, because then people are the ones shopping during the day. And I agree with a few things that people say. Me and Laura's my carer, I can't work. Yeah, but we don't go out having a luxury life, going out for fancy restaurants. All this at the moment about people losing this £300 a year here because for the winter fuel allowance, right? These are pensioners that are earning way more retired than they were working. And a lot of them are saying, "Oh, I'm really gutted I'm not getting this £300. Can't afford to go on my holiday next year." Wait, what? It wasn't for your holiday.
Yeah, it was to pay your necessities.
Pay your electricity bills and gas bills.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the great difference in the world is there always has been in the past, and there always will be in the future, the haves and the have-nots. The haves, they don't even think about money other than it's money. I mean, it's like you see some of these
No,
kids of rich people, they don't think anything twice about going like a college vacation, going to the Bahamas and flying around the world and doing stuff. And when I was growing up, if we went on vacation, it was camping or something,
I mean, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, in my situation, like, just the way my body is physically, like, I am able to work, like, I go out and work every day, but I'm making shit money right now. Like, I'm only making like 16, maybe like $17 an hour, but my back just hurts, like, just standing or like doing whatever. It's like, fuck, like, I just want to, I don't know, man. Like, I try not to be lazy by any means, but
no, but
just
TJ, I'll let you into a little secret. You are more employable whilst you're in a job than you are when you haven't got a job.
yeah.
And you got to find the right job, TJ. There's
Have to find
jobs
the
out
right
there
job,
that,
but stay in a job if you can, because whilst you've got a job, employers are looking to get one over on others. So they'll be like, yeah, we'll take him. Yeah. They're not interested. They'll be like, yo, you claiming, what is it, Section 8 you call it? Yeah. They'll be like, no, we don't want you. You're lazy.
Yeah,
So
TJ,
I'd
you
stay
gotta
in a job.
find a job that, I mean, ideally would be something that you enjoy doing and it pays good and it's not extremely physically demanding. I mean, that's ideal for me. But there's jobs out there that, like, I drive a forklift. I've been doing it for 17 years. I've been at the same company for going on 9 years. I make $28 an hour, and I don't really have to do anything physical. I'm standing up on a machine in a freezer all day, and it's
Yeah.
not physically demanding at all. It's not the greatest job in the world, but it pays the bills, and it doesn't wear out my body, you know.
Yeah, because I used to work at the Walgreens distribution center, and I worked in the receiving department, and we'd drive like forklifts and stuff, and just like all that bouncing around just like fucking hurt my back and shit. And like one
Well,
time one night I was working nights, and one night they caught me sleeping in the back of the truck, and because I was just so tired, and like my ankle was bothering me and my back was bothering me, and so they just kind of sent me home. I was like,
Yeah, I agree. A sit down forklift is very hard on your back. There's no shocks, but on a stand up, you keep your legs a little bent. Your legs becomes your shocks. And if you get on a nice piece of equipment, they have spring loaded floorboards to where it's not nowhere near as hard on your back.
yeah, well, ours were stand. You had to stand and drive those things.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
the
what
other thing too, TJ, I don't know if you've explored this or not, but it sounds to me like you're borderline disability. So you might want to look up a disability attorney that specializes in that kind of thing and let them go in and talk to them and have them tell you what they think.
Yeah,
Because, you know, if you get on full-time disability, you're going to get fair, not get rich, but you'll be taken care of.
Well, the problem is he's so young, he probably wouldn't get a lot on the disability side.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because
you
Social
don't
Security
know,
wouldn't
you
pay
don't
hardly
know until
anything.
you go to an attorney.
You just need to find a job that suits you, that suits your needs and your physical abilities.
yeah,
Because you're able to work, you're limited to the type of work that you can do. You're not you're not a young kid no more. So you can't be out there doing like concrete and construction. You got to find
right.
something that suits your skill set and your abilities.
Yeah. I mean, like I just get so bored at Walgreens, man. Just, ringing up people's things, just when the truck comes, we're having to unload it and then put all the shit away. And
Or you're standing on your feet all day.
yeah.
So
And the
are
only
you
time I get
saying,
to, and the
are you
the only time I
saying
get
that
to sit down is like
you're
when I'm on break, or if there's nobody in the store, just kind of we have a stool, and like I get to sit on the stool like every once in a while and shit when nobody's in the store. But
saying that your disability works on age?
No, his disability is a situation from his fall from the tree. He doesn't want to admit that, but
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Joe was saying that it depends on how old you are, that the younger you are, you might not get as much disability. That's discrimination.
No, I think well, they've got different
It
laws.
depends on Social Security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes by how much you paid in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
You
system.
pay it in
It's
over
like your
your
pension over
lifetime.
here. Your pension's based on how much you pay in.
Well, yeah. Your old age pension is, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what the Section
it all-
8 is like.
it
But
depends on-
disability is based on what his injuries he's had in the past, what he's able to do, and what he's capable of doing.
Disability just has
That's
two
if he
levels.
sues a company. But like I said, if he goes through Social Security, they got a cap on that stuff.
Yep.
They're gonna, because when I went disability when I got hurt, and they said I couldn't work. I went to disability side with Social Security at 62, and I got the high end of it, which is about 150 more than I would have made at 62, and it locked me in. But if I'd have worked 3 more years, I'd have made $200 or $300 more.
Mm.
Yeah, if
The
you was
Social
TJ, if
Security
you was
don't
to
give
go
a
on
damn.
disability, it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be enough to pay your bills. Like it probably wouldn't even be maybe 60% of what you're making now.
No. Well, our
Yeah.
disability is the same amount of money whether you've worked 1 year or 50 years.
Yeah.
It don't make no difference. You still get the same.
Yeah, but it is now it is based on what you can and can't do as well.
Yeah. You've got 2 levels of disability.
It's
Two levels
an
of-
evaluation process.
Yeah. So you've got PIP, which is you have to be medically assessed, and they decide whether you need low rate care or medium rate.
Paul, don't turn around.
And then you've also got your mobility side, which means can you walk, can you do this, can you do that? Yeah.
Mm.
And they've got a low rate and a high rate of that. So there's actually like 4 levels. Because some people will get high rate care but low rate mobility, or they'll get low rate care and high rate mobility. Some will get the top whack, some will get both the bottom whack, and some will only get one. It's all depends.
So do you think I should look into like a disability lawyer or whatever? Or?
Always check into everything.
That's
TJ.
weird.
DJ, if your back is hurting at work now, if your back hurt while doing forklift work, then consider this. What other job is there? Yeah. There's
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
and
job
the
where you're
thing
going to be
is,
sat down all the time. Does your
is the
back hurt
sec-
when you sat down?
The
Now,
second thing is, David, is it's not going to get any better. It's not like all of a sudden you're
No.
going to wake up and miraculously everything's wonderful.
does your back hurt when you sat down?
I mean, like on a pain level from like 1 to 10, maybe like right now, like while I'm sitting here, probably like a 3 or a 4.
He's
go
in
for
pain all the
disability.
time.
Yeah. So go for disability because it ain't going to get better. It'll get worse, and you'll get.
Like I
Or you
use
stress yourself.
I have like 2 boxes of like salon pass patches that I use like on my ankle and my back, and those do help. But you know, like when I move around, it's like God, it's like a friggin' struggle just to move around.
All I'm saying is you need to go get an evaluation and talk to maybe a lawyer that deals with disabilities.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you.
Yeah, look at it this way, TJ. We've just gone from people saying people on disability are all this and all that. They're now telling you get on fucking disability because you are in genuine need of it.
Yeah.
You've worked, you've tried, bit like me. I still went to work having seizures. I still went to work with my depression.
That's it.
Now, I tried to commit suicide on the shop floor in the middle of Asda. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Yeah. You try, you don't succeed. It's there for falling back on. That's what it's there for.
I mean, I did that when I carried on working for 10 years before I was retired on ill health. And for that 10 years, I could have claimed disability and didn't because I didn't think I needed it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was entitled to it even though I was working.
Well, I got sent to a doctor from Asda, and he said to Asda, you need to ill health retire him. Yeah. And that's what Asda did. And then the DWP sent me to the same doctor for the medical to see if I was entitled to DLA at the time. And he found me fit for work. Right. So I went in with the 2 reports and I went, which one is it? Because either way, you're in shit. 1, you cost me a disability. 2, you've cost me my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one is it? This goes to show you can get screwed around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just got to figure out, TJ, what's best for you.
Yeah.
Sort
Oh,
out
no.
Because
TJ.
the situation is, well, you add in your injuries and all that kind of stuff, it isn't going to get better on its own. You know, if
Right.
everybody says, "Oh, you'll be fine in a year, you'll be fine."
Not your back, you
No,
won't.
no.
Yeah.
When your back goes, you know it.
Like even when I'm sleeping at night, like in the middle of the night, it hurts, and I'll get up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, fuck. I can't sleep comfortably sometimes.
Yeah, I can't do that either. And all I've got is arthritis in my neck.
Right, and this is going to sound stupid now, TJ. Get yourself a birthing pillow. Well, they're called birthing pillows over here. They're a giant U-shaped
Wait,
pillow.
a birthing pillow?
Yeah, they're a giant U-shaped pillow. Basically,
Oh, yeah, I think I know what
they're
you're
made for
talking about.
They were made for people with birthing, but Laura has a bad back and she uses one. Right? Loads of people use them over here now for when they've got bad backs.
Well,
Just let them
I've-
prop them up a bit so they can sleep.
I've tried sleep because my neighbor was telling me, like, she was like, TJ, you should sleep with a pillow in between between your legs. And I have done that before, but I mean, I guess that because like when you're just like when your head's on the pillow, your body's not even. So I guess you kind of have to make your body even, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. See, when I had a bad back, they told me to sleep on a door. Take the door down, apparently. Sleep on the door. I didn't hear the take the door down bit, so when I hung myself on the door, looking at always puzzles me when he used to tell you that. Sleep on a door. Wait, what?
Sleep on the door.
Yeah, because it's flat. Because it's flat and hard, it's supposed to help your back, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is all of these solutions work for some people. There isn't a universal works for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, when I lie flat on the floor, people have told me it's like I've got an invisible pillow because the way my neck, the arthritis and the damage to the top of my spine is, I actually can't get my head down to the floor as well. And it's
TJ,
like my head's
turn sideways.
Lying flat.
Turn sideways?
Yeah, just turn sideways and face your TV, or I think your TV that way. Now, I want your whole back turned.
What, like this?
Yeah, you've got another issue. I reckon you already had a bad back before your tree fall. You've got curvature of the spine.
Yeah.
And I could see it when you was leaning forward. You've got curvature of the spine. So that curvature will also be pushing down on your back injuries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I walk with a slight like hump, I guess. I mean, it's hard for me to like stand up straight.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing of it is, TJ, is you guys just got to do what's best for you. I think you need to go get an evaluation and figure out if you're going to be able to qualify and at what price you're going to qualify for disability pay, because a year from now you're not going to be any better. 2 years from now you're going to be even worse. 3 years from now, you know,
I mean, can
it's
you
not going to
get
go away.
can you get disability and still work over there?
Yeah, but you have to claim the disability versus their insurance and versus your income.
Yeah, our PIP is not paid whether you're in work or not. So, like, if Mark went and got a job, he would still get his PIP.
Yeah.
He's entitled to. It's your other money, your ESA, which
Which
is your Section 8.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. That's the one that... And it makes me laugh over here. People go, oh, you're on disability, but you don't look like you got a disability. Yeah, but to get on disability, you have to go through so many medicals now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just go, oh, I've got a bad back anymore. Oh no, they make you fucking prove you've got it. And they don't believe your GP either. You can't go and just take a letter from your GP and go, there you go. They won't believe that. No, you have to see the government's doctor, who's a trainee doctor.
Hey, David, I heard you say something about birthing pillow. You said Laura's pregnant. What?
No, what was not pregnant?
Oh, oh,
Stop.
that's one headache you don't want. Trust me.
Stirring that shit. Stirring it.
Why? What's wrong with having a mini Laura?
That's funny.
She knows how much you enjoy having kids in the house.
Oh, that again.
No, I'll be back in
Stop
5.
I'll be back in 5.
You guys just burn out the subject and I'll be back.
Somebody should have slapped me after having the first one.
I just heard, shut up, Joe, from Scotland.
How's it
What's
going,
up,
Dre?
Dre?
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey,
Come to
what's up, Greg?
congratulate David.
What's that, Joe?
You come to congratulate David. Laura's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, David.
Yeah, he's already looking at birthing pillows, so she can.
And Sarah told Justin she's working on it too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Boy. Where is the boy Jeans this morning? He's not on?
Nah, he's probably.
David's speechless now.
Well, I don't know where Justin is. He hasn't been here this morning yet.
Oh.
He's probably still got visions of burritos dancing in his head.
Well, I see we have Randy in. I guess he can take Justin's spot.
Yeah, we've been a little slow the past couple of days at work, so I went in at 5 and got off at 9, so half a day today.
Oh, there you go.
Normally, I would go out and I like to hit Zillow up, the real estate app, and go find local photos and go take a couple photos and reach out to the realtor.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one way of doing cold calling.
Yeah, it works. It works more than you would think.
Yeah. That's why I tell people there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. You just got to find out what works in your area.
That's true.
So how's life in Louisiana, Joe? You guys, I see you and Johnny both survived, so.
Yeah, it's drying out.
Johnny got a year older today.
And it was Johnny's birthday too? Over this weekend?
Yeah, today.
Today's his birthday? Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think you turned like 92 or something like that.
Is that right? Okay.
Oh man.
Doesn't look a day over 100.
Find out if he's lurking.
That's one way to do it.
That's funny. Clear. Boom.
We'll let TJ go on his rant. And Joe, even the baby turned around trying to figure out what's going on. Wasn't that funny?
That's pretty good. That's funny. That's funny.
I'm about to have a heart attack.
Mr. White, I heard you made a purchase of a new all-in-one system there from Macintosh.
What's that?
Mark
Yeah.
bought something from somebody all-in-one unit. I don't know how you.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't call them Apples; they're Macs and stuff. And I use the full name Macintosh. And most folks
Yeah.
I say anyone above or below the age of 40 wouldn't recognize when I say Macintosh. All they know is Mac and Pro.
Yep. That's it. They were always Apple Macintosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27-inch screen, i7. A little bit faster than the one I've got there,
Okay.
which is only a 21 and a half inch screen, I think.
Okay. That gonna help you out with your vision.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Good.
Plus,
Good.
it's a bit faster.
Yeah. Well, all that helps. Like I said, maybe this way with a 27-inch screen, you can enlarge the font.
Yeah,
Quite
that's
a
right.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the font's still small on that one because it's going through. It's not been switched on for about 6 months, so it's going through 500,000 updates.
Right.
You get you a proper webcam there, Mark. You ain't got to hold that phone all the time.
Yeah. I used to it, to be honest with you. I mean, I use my phone more than I use my iPad or my laptop or my computer. Purely because I can hold it that close to me.
Right. Right.
And then be able to use my magnifying glass to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the extent the larger fonts on it.
Okay.
I was over at my mom's house the other day, and she was showing me something on her phone, and I swear her font was like this big. I said, "Good Lord, Mom, you know your font's that big?" And she's like, "Yeah, I can't see it unless it's turned up."
That's it.
Yeah.
She had like two words per line of a sentence.
I'm gonna be the same way probably in a few more years, getting a bigger screen so I can have have a bigger font and still have it in good ratio and compare to everything else. Because I use a pair of 24s now, and I can see myself going to a pair of 27s or 32s probably in the next 5 to 6 years.
That's what I have, a 27. I'd like to get another 27. I have a dual mount arm, so I got another arm that I can mount another one. 30. The way my desk is set up, 32 is just a little too big.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have the 32, and I sent it back and got the 27.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I got 2 separate 24s that sit side by in an angle. But if I go to a 27 or larger, I'll get, like you said, that little tree mount that you can get.
Yep.
Put them on. Yeah, that's just for organizational purposes on the desk.
That's funny. That's pretty
I'll
good.
go the
We all
whole
can't
hog
be
like
so
Jason and get the
neat and
48.
tidy like Justin.
Yeah. Justin probably cleans his desk every day.
Yeah, he does. He cleans every day. And I see he has individual stuff. I see most of the junk on my desk is paperwork and stuff from doing jobs. And I got business cards and everything else, and little sticky notes I write down on stuff.
Oh, I can
Clutter
imagine.
on my desk.
Johnny is 68 today.
Yeah.
I just looked it on Facebook.
What, 68 degrees there in the UK?
No, Johnny's 68 years old today.
Oh, Johnny's 68?
Yeah.
I put him 5 years older than me.
I thought
3
Captain
years.
Joe said he was 92.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
years. He's 3 years older than me.
Johnny's lived a hard life.
Yeah. Out in that Louisiana sun.
Yeah.
All that money Johnny's got, he's got a good life.
Yeah.
He's got everybody's money. He's got Captain Ray's money.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
That was
definitely
funny.
doing well.
That's
Doing
why
well
I'm
for
still
himself.
working, because I don't have that kind of money. That's why I'm
And
still at
Dusty, Kenny.
Yeah,
That's 'cause you
between
keep
Captain Ray
buying
and
stuff.
Johnny, they got together. They got Marcus money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh, Marcus has got his wife's money. Lance?
What time you gotta go?
That's what I should have did. I should have married for money.
Right. Another question for you guys. Any of you guys know?
Don't
who
tell my
Jack
wife
Shit
that.
is?
Get early
If
and
I ever get married again, it's gonna be Gail Benson. She owns the Saints.
There you go.
Mm.
Yeah. Do
Hey,
any of
I
you
would
guys
take-
know who Jack Shit is?
You what?
yeah.
Jack Shit. You know who he is?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's
2
the,
years
uh,
at Mardi Gras 2 years ago. I go out there and she's always out there. But we sit and talk for a while. And I heard these high heels on the street. High heels. I heard them clicking. I turned around, she walked all the way over to me to give me a hug, tell me hello.
Who
I'll
was
tell
this?
you, if she had
that
enough
was your
money,
chance, Joe. You said if you was married to me, you had to walk across the street. You just walk across the room.
Well, I'm telling you. That's Gail Benson. She was married to Tom Benson that owned the Saints. So now it's
Yeah.
Benson, Gail Benson Enterprises. She
Yeah.
owns all the best Chevrolets, all the stuff. Big money.
she had enough money, I'd probably slay out an 80-year-old.
She's not 80 yet. She's not 80 yet.
Oh man.
I'm
She'd
gonna
have
turn
to have-
70. I think she's 75 or something.
She'd have to have like
She's an older
8
woman, but ain't
figures.
that old.
What do you think about that statement, Dre?
Hey, to each his own. The running joke in my family is my wife's the gold digger. She married into the family to get to the money.
Here comes Donald Football.
There he is.
You
I'm
guys
done.
set your sights small. I would for the cash. I would be Elon Musk's secret lover.
He go the other way.
Yeah, but you got to have guarantees.
I mean, for Elon Musk, yeah, I would be gentle and giving.
So what's he got, like 12 kids?
Not by me.
No, but I'm saying he's got 12 kids by what, 3 different wives?
Yeah, but Elon would he'd be giving, but I don't know if he'd be gentle with you.
No. Somebody that rich, he would treat me as disposable, probably.
I'd be quite happy with Ivana Trump. She must have got quite a good settlement.
Yeah, I'd get
Well,
that for free.
Knowing Donald, he made her sign an NDA and she probably got gypped. Oh, let me apologize to you, Mr. Mudball. I misquoted your name last night, so
Yeah, Mudbone, wasn't he that a Richard Pryor character? Wasn't
I
that,
think he might have been in one of his jokes.
wasn't that
back in the
Mudbone? I think
70s.
that was one of his, like the old man character, Mudbone. He'd tell you about. I think that was Richard Pryor. I haven't listened to Richard Pryor in years, but I think
Yeah, that was
on.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
He was
But
pretty
I
hilarious.
did correct myself in on the live in real time. So
You notice I stayed for your entire thing.
yeah, I well, like I said, I didn't know for sure. You can't verify who's on or in the chat.
Well, I did type in the chat, like I was maybe the
Yeah.
next to last person, type something. I said I stayed for the whole thing and I only fell asleep once.
Yeah, I saw that.
At the beginning until the end. Yeah.
So I have to work on my delivery then. since
Hey,
I put you to sleep.
Dre, that's a hell of a compliment coming from Donald, you know?
Well, Paul, I take it as encouragement. I have to do a little better so I don't make anybody go to sleep.
Well, I am that guy. I'm not that guy who flies his drone during emergency situations, but I am that guy who will show up and smart off. You can count on that.
I must admit, I was starting to feel tired towards the end of Uncle Bill's show.
Well, that's quite late. That's what, 3 a.m. for you, Mark?
5.
That's when it starts. Yeah, it was nearly 5:30 when we finished.
I listened to that whole show this morning while I was at work. Uncle Bill's stream. Lon and his puppet. It's very interesting listening to it with no visual.
I was listening to that a little bit and trying to watch the sports highlight of the day and stuff. And I was like, eventually, what did I end up going to watch? Oh, I turned it all off and went to the family room and watched season 2 of Tulsa, the first episode.
I think anybody who has to rely on a puppet to entertain people should be ashamed of themselves.
Okay. Is that because now you're gonna pick on Art and Lon, huh?
Lon's getting worse than that.
I didn't get on because my disclaimer couldn't even have
This is self-depreciating here.
I know. But I'm just saying that they both were on a roll. Was it Saturday night? I mean, I guess the conversation got a little too technical, and all of a sudden, here come the puppets.
I didn't watch Saturday night. I was out eating pizza.
Yeah, they had a good conversation going. I think it was who was in there talking? I want to say, man, who kind of Art, Lon, and then a couple other people.
Charles Lloyd.
But I think somebody else had a good conversation going. At least a actual drone conversation was going on, and then all of a sudden, here comes this Bucky's puppet, and Lon breaks out the Tigger puppet, and I'm like, okay, now the show just went off the rails.
Lon had to disembowel his puppet to get his bear paw in
it. His hand in it, yeah. And he still didn't manage it. He was moaning about it again last night that it won't fit.
I'm in agreement with
you. Reading the chat, I guess, Lance, are you talking about retiring and moving out of Washington State? I saw the chat. He was talking with the East Coast and you, Randy. I guess you guys talking about which states are the most expensive to live in?
Yeah, Hawaii's ranked number 1, and Washington and Maryland are in the top 10.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. I know California's up there.
Yeah. Hawaii is quite expensive, but the only problem with Hawaii, unlike California, most people come to California to work because our wage level is high also, and then when they retire, they move back to where they came from. Retire.
On a bigger pension, yeah,
on a bigger pension, and that's key. That's very key. Unlike Hawaii, you can't go to Hawaii and make a lot of money and return, but California, that's what a lot of people came to California was for the higher wages and eventually the higher pension at the end of it, 20 years, 25 years, what you do, and then they move back to the Midwest or especially to the South. A lot of folks went back to Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, bought them a couple of acres of land and a big old house, and retired in good style.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at some places in Texas, like Galveston, but the weather is just it's really just over the last 20 years, the weather has really just changed my mind about going down into that part of Texas now. I don't like to every year having to plan for a hurricane.
Yep.
You get one every 5 or 10 years, but this is almost like yearly now. That's why even like where Joe's at Louisiana, I said I can't look at Louisiana because like they have to plan for it yearly. In Florida, that's just Tuesday.
Yeah, Georgia is a good state to live in for cost of living.
Yeah.
I used to live.
It's getting more expensive each year because the amount of people are moving there, especially the larger. Now you go out to southern Georgia, it's still relatively inexpensive. Or like for me, something like Savannah wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Just the outskirts of Savannah.
Yep.
Now I look at places like Charleston, South Carolina, something like that. But those places are booming, population wise, everything else. They're just exploding.
Arkansas.
When I was little growing up, I used to live in Alpharetta, and then I lived in Ackworth, Georgia, and then I lived in Cumming for a little while too.
Arkansas is one of the cheaper places to live, but
Yeah.
if you look at Northwest Arkansas, Bentonville and stuff, that's where Walmart is headquartered. It has
Right.
gotten very upscale.
Alabama's one too.
Yeah, I think Marcus was saying that Idaho is getting to the point where lots of people are moving there now.
Yeah, that's been going on for the last 30 years. A lot of folks transporting from California to Idaho. But my thing is, since I've been in from both East Coast to West Coast, a couple of my parameters of where I want to go, I'm not shoveling no snow, and I don't want to be in any bad weather area either, like hurricanes, tornadoes, stuff like that. So that cancels out a lot of places. So I mean, now that I have
Louisiana's out.
yeah, as I was saying, just now that I got the 5 grandkids now, and probably gonna potentially have more because only half of my kids have kids. So I know there's gonna be more grandkids because my wife's mother passed away a couple of years ago. Now my parents are still here, and that's what's holding us all here in California is my parents for the most part. But other than that, it's the choices are getting very limited, is what I'm trying to say. Northern Arizona, Flagstaff area looks promising at this point, but that's about it. Some other spots, maybe even New Mexico. I don't know.
Yeah, the Southwest is a nice part of the country.
Yeah. And that is it. I say, and that's why I say Flagstaff, Arizona, because going down to Phoenix, Tucson, the heat's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
That's just out of control.
I can't take that real high heat.
No, it's out of control. You can't sleep at night.
If Lance is looking to relocate, he should move to Missouri. He could raise the IQ of both states at one time.
I wouldn't mind living in like Tennessee. Like out in the mountains somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, because I spent 3 years in Portland, Oregon, and I actually lived in Vancouver, Washington, right across the river from Portland. It's not a bad area. And even back to that was late 80s, early 90s, and people were complaining already then about the amount of California people come up there raising the the price of housing and everything else. Because California, I remember back then, this was like 89, and you could buy a house there in the greater Portland area for around 60 grand easy. We're talking about 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, probably a 1/4 acre lot for at least 60 grand. That was that's cheap compared to California prices.
Yeah,
What's
60
it like?
grand ain't nothing.
Yeah, what's it like in Maine? I mean, the only things I've ever seen in Maine is watching Jessica Fletcher.
Well, Maine, like I say, Maine is you're gonna be, if you like be outdoors, you're gonna get cabin fever because the snow's on the ground from, call it Halloween until Mother's Day the following year.
Yeah, my cousin lives in
Snow
Maine.
stays on the ground in Maine because I was stationed up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is right on the border of Maine. The naval base I was at was right there. If you went in one gate, you were in New Hampshire. You went the back gate, you were in Maine. And the snow stays on the ground for at least almost 8 months out of the year. Summertime is measured in weeks.
Hang on, when's your Mother's Day? Because ours is the last Sunday in March. Yours is after that, isn't it?
Our Mother's Day is what, the last, sometime in May.
Yeah, man.
Mother's Day, May. You know, so
So there you go,
you know, I
Dre.
say 8 months out of the year, averagely, you're going to have snow on the ground.
I'll be
You're
back, guys.
talking about up in the New England area.
In the last 5 years, we've had 6 hurricanes hit Louisiana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
that's crazy.
yeah, that's just.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Well, that's and I say, TJ, that would be wild 40, 50 years ago. Now it's becoming normal. And that's what's
Yeah.
scary. That's what's scary when these weather patterns are becoming more normal than you know, every once in a while, every 5 years or so we get a bad storm. I mean, Florida has that Caribbean edge storm pattern, but the size of these storms and intensity of them is just elevated to the risk danger is just so high.
Yeah, but like when you visually see it, it's like wow, they've had a lot of hurricanes, pretty wild and crazy. It's like wow, that's like way too many.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, but by now, all their structures should be built to withstand any hurricane.
Yeah, and that's what you would think. All those places in the Caribbean would be the same way. Is that, okay, you guys know this crap is coming, so when you build something, you should build it to.
That's what you would think.
Yeah, and it's just you allow people to build stuff that's it's going to get torn apart. They talking about how Puerto Rico is still trying to rebuild their bridge from 2 storms ago, 2 years ago, and they keep getting hit every year, which sets them back.
Yeah,
Lance, I would love for you to move to St. Louis and be my neighbor.
You're gonna fall.
Now you're in Maryland, aren't you, Randy? Or just outside of Maryland?
Yeah, I live about 50 minutes from Baltimore, up 95.
Right on the
I'm
border. Okay.
right between Philly and Baltimore.
Oh, my wife would love that. She was born in Philly.
It's a nice area.
That's why she likes watching Abbott Elementary, because it reminds her when she was in elementary school, all the area around there. I guess on the TV show when they go on a field trip, those were the same places my wife went when she was in elementary school.
Yeah,
same field trips.
The only thing I know about Baltimore,
hour from Baltimore, and about 15 minutes from Wilmington, Delaware.
The only thing I know about Baltimore is from the TV show The Wire. Baltimore, Murderland.
Baltimore has a lot of potential. It has a lot of history. But as of right now, it's I mean, it's a rat hole.
Yeah,
but they could do a lot with it if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Where it's a city that has so much potential, but it's so historically entrenched, and I say anywhere from mob activities to drug activities to all kind of negative type of connotations, it is hard for it to change course.
No, you ain't direct.
Yeah, and their infrastructure, like their drainage system, their sewage systems, they're falling apart. They really need to redo everything. So
yeah, well that comes from when you allow your rainwater to mix with your sewer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like the Jones Falls. I mean, sometimes it's just straight sewage running down Jones Falls.
Yeah. I learned about that when I got my inspector certification about in erosion control, how the rules or standards on East Coast cities are so much different than they are out west. Like and when I visit some families back in, I think it was 2017 in Georgia, I remember them talking about hay bales being used as we say as filters to filter out debris, let the water run through and stuff. And we learned this in class. They talk about how that is such outdated because it never really worked. But when I visited back there in 2017, I passed by a construction site and they sure enough had hay bales out there as the filtration system.
Yeah, it's
now
crazy.
Out west, we have a thing, we call them pigtails out here, where all it is just a wire mesh of a type of hay bale type material that they'll stake down around a perimeter of a job site was fairly flat. Other than that, we'll use silk fencing, the orange or maybe the brown looking fencing, something like that to help control erosion situations and stuff. But that hay bale thing, man, I just threw me for a loop. That was talking about. It was more rarely used in the 70s, maybe not using around the 80s, but I didn't think in the 2000s they were still using type of system.
Yeah. Baltimore's problem is when they built that city, I mean, it's 200 some years old, probably 300 years old, damn near. They put the sewage lines right next to the water lines.
Yeah. As I said, a lot of times they're mixed.
Yep.
A lot of times they're mixed. Everything goes into one system. And that's why a lot of your runoff water is contaminated. But people don't realize all your runoff water from rain, from off properties, irrigation, all that kind of stuff, usually goes right back into your local waterways, your lakes and streams, and eventually to the ocean. So when you allow the inner city areas to combine wastewater with your runoff water, now you're contaminating all your water.
Change you, David?
That's why I see people
Do you have a pee-pee button?
like with Joe's daddy talking about flooding and everything else. People don't realize when an area floods, guess what else gets flooded? The sewer line.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as they say,
more overflows.
And guess what? It does float. And that's why I tell you, I see people walking around in these flood waters, and I'm saying, dude, you're walking around in feces, urine, and everything else that goes into your sewer lines is now floating up above ground.
That's a regular thing. That's a regular thing in Baltimore. And the rivers near Baltimore, you'll see it floating right in the river.
Yeah, but I say when you have a storm where you actually have flooding, where the levees break or whatever else, it's just too much water for your system to handle it. Your sewer system gets overran, and that stuff comes up through the lid. But you might see a picture of the sewer lids bobbing up, and the sewage is just running right out.
Yep. Now, if you around here, if you really want to get big crawfish, though, you go to where the outlet is from the sewage treatment plant, and the crawfish, they grow huge there, but they taste like shit.
I wonder why. That just comes from the source. Now, the opposite side, now you go up to places like up near Portland, Oregon, and Washington area, you'll see some of the most cleanest water up in that area, dude. The Multnomah Falls, even the Columbian River, dude, it's just fresh looking water. Something you see on the National Geographic stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
These want to reach down with a cup and just scoop it up and drink it. It's so clear.
Hey, have y'all ever seen this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to do something.
You got a bucket trying to get the water out?
Yeah, he's like trying to get the. It's all flooding, so in the water.
Yeah. You can't fix stupid, I tell you.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Dre, like the other night, I had to go run out to the car to see if I was going to move the car, and I was in knee-high water. And believe me, I didn't want to go walking in it. I had a choice. So I was trying to save the car, and when I walked over there, I had to walk through the area where everybody brings their dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I guarantee you there was shit floating everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that is part of the risk. That's why when I see people walk around and I mean, I know about your health issues, Joe, and that's why I get worried about you guys. If you're out there and have to walk around and you have a open wound or something like that, there's definitely high level of potential of infections and all that kind of stuff.
Well, when I worked EMS, we had a flood. This is back when Brittany, 30 years ago. She was about a year old, so about 29 years ago. We had a major flood that happened out of the blue. It was like May 8th flood just hit. And we were in Metairie, Louisiana, New Orleans, and I worked EMS. My mother had 2 feet of water in her apartment. I went down there to get her out of there, and walking around the outside of the complex, I hit something with my leg and cut it.
Yep.
And when I cut my leg, and I was in good health, I cut my leg, I came up, cleaned it up and everything. Next day I had 104 fever.
Yep.
Mm.
Fellas, I'm gonna take off. I got a couple things I gotta take care of.
All right.
All
You
right,
have a
Randy.
good rest of
Catch
your
you
day,
later.
man.
All right, good talking to you guys. I'll see you
Later,
later.
Randy.
Later.
See you later, Randy.
Hey, is that a for real thing? What Michael was talking about? There's a new show called King of New England. Is that a new show coming out on Netflix?
It wouldn't
There's
surprise me.
no. It's a. What was it?
Hey,
It's named
that
after
show-
the woman.
I'm thinking, is that the show with the guy from the Avengers? What's his name? Jeremy Renner, the mayor of something town.
Mm-mm.
Oh, different Avengers. Right.
He was kind of like explaining it.
I was going on Gareth Hunt, Patrick McNee.
When does it come out? Does it come out like next year or like?
I've never heard of it. I take it you were watching the
Yeah,
second
My Lady
series.
Jane is the name of the show, I believe. My Lady
Oh,
Jane.
My Lady Jane.
Yeah.
It's not called King of New England. Oh.
I take it you're watching the second series of Tulsa so that you can then start on the third series that started last night.
Well, I put on the Cartoon Network just now. They got Yogi Bear on there, and she'd stop what she was doing. All she doing is watching it.
So mesmerized by Yogi Bear.
That's good for me. I had to stop her. She was getting the honey bear cookies, and she was giving them to the dogs. Each one of the dogs had to get one, and she ate one.
Yeah, I see your Saints had a big day yesterday, Joe.
Well, Saints whipped up on Dallas.
Yeah.
Disrespect them. And I tell you what, it's like the Saints in Dallas. It's like a Atlanta Saints game. If we lose every game there in the year, if we beat Atlanta and beat Dallas, we got a successful season. You know?
I was trying to watch the
British sports standards.
yeah, the wife went out to Outback Steakhouse yesterday, and I was watching a little bit of the Chiefs and Bengals game. And when I got home, I tried to catch up, see what was going on, and I saw the second interception by Mahomes, and I just turned it off. I said, "Well, y'all gonna lose this one. Throwing another interception." And I heard there was a fumble earlier, and then I look at the highlights this morning. I said the Chiefs came back and won.
Yes, they were handed that win. Because there was a pass interference with 3 seconds left.
Oh, wow.
That was not a pass interference. The guy was even with the receiver reaching for the ball, and both of them reached up, both of them pushed it down, and they called pass interference. It was a clean defense, and it was 3 seconds left on the clock. I think my son called up, and he was livid. So I can't believe they're giving him this call. I said I didn't even see it, but he said that if it might have been a 4th down play, and if he didn't get the call and they didn't make the play, the game's over. And he said and if you think about it, the last 2 or 3 years, every time they played the Bengals, something like that happened at the end.
Wow. Then I was
I'm
I
telling you.
was in the restaurant. I saw the tail end of the Raiders Baltimore game, and I thought for sure Baltimore was going to spank the Ravens. And I come home and they said the Raiders won. I'm like, what?
Well, the Saints had 2 touchdowns called back and scored anyway.
Yeah, they said the Saints scored six times in a row. 6 times they touched the ball, they scored.
Well, the best part about it, you ready for this? Last week, every time they got the ball, they scored. This
Mhm.
week, the first 6 times they got the ball, they scored. They've
Yeah.
scored more points in the first 2 games than any other Super Bowl team in history.
Yeah. I just
Are
remember
they
a
for
lot of
real?
folks were not happy with Derek Carr at the beginning of the season. A lot of folks wanted him traded, but they ain't singing that tune now.
Well, it changed the
You ever
offense.
seen that? You ever seen that commercial, Dre, where I think it was a Snickers commercial, I think, where the guy was painting the end zone and the coach walks up to him and is like, "Nice job, but who
Who
are
the chefs?
Yeah.
Great,
Who's the
great
chef?
googly moogly.
Who's the chef? Yeah, supposed to be Chiefs. He painted chefs.
And the guy finished the commercial by saying, "Great googly moogly."
Googly moogly. Who are the chefs?
So the Saints play Philadelphia this week. So if we could beat up on Philadelphia like that, then I'll know they're for real.
Hey, no kidding. They go up to beat Philly in Philly.
No, it's here. They're coming here. Philly's got to come here.
Oh, Philly's coming down there. Well, ain't no telling what may happen then.
Yeah, if we beat up on Philly like we beat up everybody else, it's over.
Yeah,
Philly's playing tonight.
That division is not very strong. So you can come out ahead real easy in that division.
I don't know the stats as of about the last 6 years, but anytime Philadelphia played on a Monday night, they've lost the game to back-to-back. So they play on Monday night tonight against Atlanta, and then they got to play the Saints Sunday. And it was like it was when the Saints played them one time in the playoff. The stat was like it was 15 straight games that they've won the Monday night or lost the Monday night and lost the next game. Every time they played on Monday night, they lose the next game.
Right, they lose the following
game.
So
hopefully it's going to be the same kind of stat. I love to see the Saints put up 50 points again. I tell you, it's number 22 out there, Keem. Well, that guy, that guy has got some speed. He's hit post patterns in 2 games where he's been 10 to 15 yards ahead of people.
Wow.
You do a play action, they suck him in, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's
my neighbors
one of the best I've ever seen on the team.
They're big Saint fans. The wife, she's from a little small town just across the Texas border in Louisiana. And then she's big on the Saints.
Nackiches?
I'm not sure what
the Ritter.
I have to look it on a map. If I hear
Nackiches,
the name,
the Ritter, depends on what part of the state.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly. I know it's just on the other side of the Texas border and stuff, where she was.
What side of Texas? What kind of city in Texas is around it?
I really couldn't tell. I know they always talk about going to Houston a lot because she ended up going to college. She actually went to college down in Galveston.
Yeah, that sounds like it could have been it could be like Lake Charles. It could be DeRidder. It could be all of those in that area.
Let me see here. Get Google Maps up.
My mom was from DeRidder, Louisiana. My dad was at Fort Polk. They call it another name now, but it was Fort Polk. He was in training over there and met my mom. And he used to go sneak out and meet my mom in the graveyard over there. And they used to do some nasty things on top of graves.
Oh, my.
Some freaky shit, I'm telling you. When I heard those stories, I said, y'all freaky, leave me alone. But my dad was engaged to somebody. Stop that noise. My dad was engaged and wound up breaking it off because he met my mom.
Oh, wow.
I think, if I remember right, I think when my dad met my mom, she was like 17. Because they had a few years difference.
Yeah. That sounds a little like my dad was in the Air Force, stationed in, I want to say, Chanute Air Force Base in Illinois. And my mom was still 17. So he had to wait till she turned 18 to marry her. Because her family was not going for it.
To go back and look at the date. I can't remember the date.
Yeah. I have to ask my neighbor because the name that comes to mind, I'm looking at the map. Mossville could be it, but because she is saying it's one of those real small towns where everybody knows everybody. Because her brother is just he's got some mental issues and he drinks a lot. So it's like this. They know him by first name. It's almost like Mayberry, where they just tell him, come on in, get in the cell and sleep it off.
Yep. I'll tell you, staying in a small town, I'm thinking down around DeRidder or something like that.
It very well.
That's a real small town.
Yeah. I have to ask her when I see her again.
Let's see. When did they get married?
Oh, yeah.
When does that show come out, I wonder?
Okay, he married her at 17.
What show are you
I'm
talking about,
17.
TJ?
My Lady Jane.
It's already out.
Oh, is it? Oh. So it's already on Netflix then.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Hey, Greg. Makes it even worse. She
You
was
know how
born
to,
in
you
June.
know how to use Google, right, TJ?
She had just turned
Yeah, I know,
17.
yeah, I know.
He married her on August 1st, and she made 17 in June. So he was in the Army Air Corps, and he's like 16 years older than her.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he done found him. He was like in his shoot. Yeah, he couldn't be that older than her. Yeah, so he's 8 years older than her.
And my dad's 5 years older than my mom.
12 years.
So like I said,
So
she's turning.
he was 28 years old and running to a little 16-year-old, and they were doing crazy things in the graveyard.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Like I say my mom's turning 89 next month. Dad's 93.
That's even older.
I was born in Don's neighborhood. Whiteman Air Force Base.
My dad's just turned 89 and my mum's 87.
Mm-hmm. So Don, I am from the Show Me State.
But just barely.
Just barely. The only state I think after I was born, we moved to Michigan about maybe a year later.
And raised the IQ of both of them at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, that's that military life. I was born in Missouri, stayed a couple of years in Michigan, went back down to Oklahoma, right outside Altus Air Force Base, outside Oklahoma City. Then went up to Canada for about 3 years in Canada. And then by then, my dad was near the end of his career in the military. We came to California in '69. I added an extra camera to my work area there, Don.
Did you?
Yeah, I added another Osbot. Well, I bought another camera for my home setup because I found out with the yellow box, well, these Osbot I said they take so much power to operate that sometimes when I turn on the yellow box, I couldn't get the other camera to work. It wouldn't power up because the Osbot was siphoning most of the power.
Okay, so those are all connected through USB or something?
Yeah, they're connected to USB. And I was like, wow. So I said, my mind, well, let me go ahead and get another 4K Anchor one. And that's what I did. And now both those cameras come up when I use the yellow box, no problem. And I got two of these at my office now. So this one here, where's Jason at? He likes my Osbot because they move. and I can switch to the other one in the front. Watch this, TJ.
Huh?
Ah, I got you. I knew he would laugh.
Switching it up.
I knew he would laugh.
That's funny.
I can switch back and forth right here.
Yeah.
And off. There
Yeah.
we go. So I can be fancy like Don.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
we can do that if we want to.
You got to put on the other side of your room there, Don, so you have the window light supporting you and not against the camera. So I'm kind of disappointed you didn't do that because I know you know better.
Well, I'm not lighting this for broadcast.
I know, but still, it should be out of habit.
Well, occasionally I do over the window pop out that to cut
you
my
go.
light a little bit.
There you go. See,
So
I knew
set
you
that
were
as my
prepared.
key. Then I also have my secondary light over here if I
See?
wanted to.
See,
I don't have a
knew
hair
you-
light.
I knew you had to be prepared. See, I'll be totally disappointed if you did not have the tools around you to make sure the lighting was not just right. So
Oh
basically,
yeah, I've got modifiers all over the place. If we want to put a gel over here, I can go ahead and put a gel over here and match my
okay, we don't want
daylight.
to talk. We don't want to talk about your porn shoots, okay?
Man, I wish I could get into shooting porn. I mean, I think there'd probably be good money in it.
I can say very lucrative business because you get a lot of work.
There was an ad for somebody. It was a part-time.
I'll be an actor. I'll be an actor for you, Don.
You have the mustache for it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's an ad a town over. They were advertising for a part-time camera guy for some, and it was her name and a something channel. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
is this an OnlyFans thing or what are they? I was kind of scared to apply for it.
Yeah, well, might look good on the resume. Oh,
You'd be
man.
like, yeah, you know, we know it was just porn, but man, he brought some interesting artistic shots to it.
There you go. And you know what? When you get down to the nitty gritty, that is what it's all about, really. About how good you can make it look. You know?
Excuse me, can I have one of you guys come over here because I
Mhm.
think that your penis in the foreground be a nice obstruction shot so we can reveal the action in the background, so we can come off of this penis, just kind of a slight pan down to reveal.
Well, I'm just saying the key thing is all about lighting, film technique, and lighting.
That's
You know,
funny.
because it's almost
That's
like,
funny.
you know, if you can film whatever it is in low light and make it look like a studio project, you're golden. You are golden. You know, 'cause like I say, that's the key thing is your lighting, the camera angles. And that makes a difference a lot of times in the videos we watch on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It's
yeah.
the lighting effect and the camera angle that
If
we
you want to
see.
see a guy who really does it well, he's a run and gun. He's a one guy shooter. Levi Allen. He does adventure videos,
Uh-huh.
and the stuff that he pulls off on his own is just amazing. There's one shot he did a solo hiking trip up a mountain during a snowstorm, and you see him off in the background walking over this pristine bed of snow, walking towards the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know, it's a beautiful shot. But
Yeah.
if you know, if you do it and you know he's solo, okay, he walked the long way around, set up his
Yes.
camera, hit record, walked the long way
Way
back,
back.
and then walked the short way towards the camera. It's
Yes.
like, man, the work and the dedication that he
The
puts
the
into making
effort.
these shots.
The effort just to get that one, probably what, 1 minute shot, if that.
Wait,
it wasn't even a minute because I believe he cut that down. I mean, he is a great editor. He also he does a lot of. He did a documentary about what are the guys slacklining, and he followed these guys who would set up these slack lines, and then he did a secondary, which was where a guy did a free solo, which is doing a slack line across a big gorge with no safety line, and you watch this, and he puts up the drone. He's just carrying mainly a camera and a single camera, maybe a couple lenses, and he does so many good things with that limited equipment and puts you right into the action. I am a big fan of his.
Well, what's Michael talking about to get the balls in the
He's back. He's
back
on.
Yeah, try to get the balls in the schmeckle or schmeckies in focus.
What is that? What schmeckis or whatever that word is?
Schmeckis. I'm assuming penis.
Oh. I was like, wait, what? I've never heard it called that before.
Or Schwantz.
Now, here's the thing. What raised it to a level of artistry was when he showed her eyes open and then did a match cut to the pair of balls going back and forth. and that match cut was just a beautiful, seamless transition.
My wife and I went to.
Yes, the contact shot where she runs into the mirror, and yeah, that's an amazing shot.
We went to, I think it was like in downtown Miami or
an effect
someplace.
shot.
We went to a penis museum, and I was like, oh my god! And then like you walk in this one room, this big, huge, giant penis, like just a golden giant penis, just like standing in there. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, actually, Cool Cat, that was a really good little one shot following her up the stairs and down to the bathroom, and it turns out she's reaching the bathroom mirror. That was an effect shot. I have not seen the movie yet. I guess Justin's seen it, but Fall Guy with Ryan Reynolds, based on the old TV show.
Yeah, I've seen the trailers. It just didn't tickle me at all.
Yeah, have you seen the one shot where he actually does the fall? He does the stunt.
No.
Yeah, they do a beautiful oneer that is a huge long oneer where he's introducing himself. I think it might be one of the first shots in the movie, but he walks up to the actor who he's stunt doubling, and the actor saying, "Yeah, we can see your jawline. It's not my jawline," and he's talking about how stuntmen have to basically be invisible, and he's talking back and forth, and then he turns out he's having an affair with the camera gal, but at one point they switch over to him just on the walkie-talkie talking to her, and it shows him going up the elevator because they're resetting the shot, and he walks over and they're rigging him up, and they back him out, and he actually does the fall, and it's a great one shot.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best oneers is, of course, in Jaws, Steven Spielberg, when they get on the barge to go across, and they do it all in one shot, and he moves the actors in and out. The staging on that is so wonderful to show the different dynamics of what they're doing, and it's just a locked off shot of the barge going. And so the background's moving and everything like that, but the camera is just locked off on that barge. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's why I say it is really hard when you work by yourself. It's nice. Even if you got just one other person.
Oh, yes.
It makes a world of difference.
Having another person with another set of eyes.
Yeah. Like I said, when you're working by yourself, and I don't care if you're just flying a drone or whatever, if you're doing, especially with multiple cameras, it's like I said, you got to stage it, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be at. And the time it takes to do all that is like
lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting on your own is such a pain in the butt because you have to go look and go, okay, I need to bring that down just a little bit. Where if you have somebody you've worked with for a while and you're like, all right, move the light back to 9 o'clock. All right, good, stop there. And go ahead and you can have them drop the intensity, gel it and kind of play with it while you're looking through the monitor.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is tough when you're doing it by yourself. And there's just so many ideas you have, but a lot of it is really dependent upon if you had a second person, either behind the camera or actually in the picture to give you reference points to where you need to set everything up at.
Yeah, if you get a chance, Levi Allen.
Yeah, put a link of his stuff in the chat.
Look here. Go to my YouTube.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here and move around. Back's kind of bothering me. I need to move my bones around. But
Hey, TJ, you know, we just remember what I said.
yeah, if I have any questions, I'll call you on Messenger, and maybe you can give me some more insight or whatever. But I'll see you guys
You
later
need to
on.
explore all your options.
Yeah, most definitely. I appreciate that, but we'll see y'all later on.
The next stop,
Okay.
Gordonshaw.
Which one was it, Don?
I just put the link in.
I saw it. I look at it. It was a particular video.
Oh, you want the one where he was doing the solo trip?
Okay,
Oh
Winter
my
Storm,
gosh.
snow tent camping.
I'll have to look back through because he does multiples, and I don't know when this
Yeah, 'cause
was.
he got that one. He's got one said the terrifying art of free solos slacklining.
Yeah, if you, let me look here.
And then he's got 361.
I don't think it was that one. It wasn't that one because he does a few.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Winter Storm? It might have been the Winter Storm.
And this is why I tell people, I said, watch other people's content. And a lot of times you can get ideas on how to do your own stuff by watching theirs and stuff. You don't have to copy it, hand in hand, but it gives you an idea of, what it takes to set up a scene like this. There's one that's on the top of his page says Winter Storm Camping Alone, my worst ideal yet.
That might be it.
It shows him
it's not the Winter Storm.
Cross country skiing.
Hi, Dre.
It sounds like a mixture of Laura and David. I'm kind of nervous.
I said nothing.
It wasn't during
when she talks like that, David, it sounds like both of your voices.
No, I don't think that was it because nope, that's not it. Although it would be a great one to watch because he's on his own.
I'm looking at one of his the highlight one on his screen where he uses a 360 camera, shows him snow skiing. He's using a 360 there, and I know he uses a static camera in one part where he walked from in the frame, out of frame, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing with that, people don't realize that you almost got to recover your track because you don't want it to look like you've already walked through there.
Right. So if you, what he does is he walks the long way around to set up the camera and walks all the way around to leave that pristine snow.
Yeah. That's why I noticed that. He had to walk around it or he had to cover the tracks and make it like a fresh powdered snow that he walked through.
But yeah, let me go to popular.
But don't worry about it, Don. I'm about to get off here, so I'll visit his page and
if you look, there are a million.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of stuff that he on here, and a lot of it's gear stuff and building stuff. But just if you just watch a few of his things, you'll get a taste for.
Yeah. All right, maybe I'll catch you guys this afternoon. You
Okay,
guys take
Dre.
care.
Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Paul, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta feed her some chicken.
Okay.
Bye, Joe.
Hey, Paul. I'm gonna
Hey,
jump
Laura,
off.
congratulations.
What?
David said that he bought you a birthing pillow because you were pregnant.
Well, then, if he said that, he's going to get slapped because I'm not.
Well, he announced it to the whole world.
Yeah, he did.
No, I just said she had a birthing pillow to help with her back. That's different.
Slap him anyway.
Well, and then he said something about, I love having kids around the house.
Right, that's it. I'm off.
Yeah, he did.
Bye. So
Okay,
you all...
everybody. Hey, we're going to shut it down.
I'll see y'all later.
Thanks for being
Bye.
here. We'll see all of you again later today.